Hey everybody, so I'm going to help you guys out when it comes to Airbnbs being in the county limits of Brevard County. So Brevard County, hello. Very strict. This is why I always try to tell you guys to go into city limits and the specific city limits of specific locations, okay? So if you don't know those, go back and watch my other video about Airbnbs, okay? However, you can also message me, call me, text me, Instagram me, Facebook me, YouTube me. I don't really know. Comment underneath this video. It doesn't really matter. I'll help you. So, just a little disclaimer. I'm not an attorney. I'm not the county. I'm not a government official. So don't hold me to every single freaking thing, because you ultimately have to go and speak with these commissioners, attorneys, and all of the other things to get anything formulated when it comes to the county, especially Brevard County. So in Brevard County, you have to be looking for a multifamily property that has been grandfathered into the area. Okay, so an example of that would probably be like a multifamily amongst single families, or a multifamily amongst commercial. Okay, so a multifamily that's been grandfathered in will most likely work. Okay, so then you're also going to be looking for PUD, RPUD, and the final one you have to be looking for is, I couldn't do it, PDP. Okay, these are the zoning codes that you're going to be looking for. So how the hell do you know what the zoning is for any property? Well, that's easy. You just type in Brevard County zoning map into Google, and there you go. You have an interactive map where you can search any freaking address in the world, and I'll actually link that in the description below so you can do it yourself and you don't have to have anybody else do it for you. The only time that you should be buying a property and closing on the property is if you understand your zoning 110% and what you would need to do in order to get that zoning changed if need be. So now, an added thing to these zonings. So before you go and are like, woohoo, this is going to be the best zoning, I'm good to go, I don't need to do anything else, hold your horses, okay? So you have to go in front of the county commission every single time you want to do any of this, okay? And even in those zonings I just told you about, because Brevard County doesn't want Airbnbs. Why? I don't know. How? I don't know. I just don't know, okay? I'm just an investor here that's also a licensed realtor here, and yeah, this is all I know. So basically, long story short, you gotta go still sit in front of the commissioners, and they basically gotta give you the approval, and that's probably gonna end up requiring engineering, site plans, architects, all that. I'm pretty sure architects are engineers, but hey, whatever. I'm not an architect, so don't know the technicalities of that stuff. But yeah, so those are the four exceptions, okay? And you still need a condition, which is what the county will be giving you the okay on, right? That's going to cost a lot of money to be able to get anything really in reality. You're probably going to want to hire an attorney. I am actually going to be linking my recommended attorney in the section below. Their name's Chelsea and Will. They're really good. Chelsea is the zoning lady, and she's my fave. She's very helpful. Very, very helpful. They are very realistic with their pricing, and I just recommend them in general for really anything real estate. I hire them for my own business just because they've seemed to be the most reliable and trustworthy so far, and yeah, I appreciate their honesty and realism. A lot of people are very scammy in real estate, and they have kind of been my backbone and some of my questions and situations, and I know that if I need them, I'll have them, you know what I'm saying? So definitely go check them out and work with them. They're awesome. So hopefully that really just helps you guys. Like I said a million times, and I'm gonna say it again because I don't know how many more times I can say it to get it through everybody's head. So you gotta make sure that you understand your zoning before you purchase the house, because if you don't understand your zoning before you purchase the house, that means that you have limitations that you're unaware of. And now if you start operating underneath limitations and restrictions you're not supposed to operate against, you can now get code enforcement violations if one of your neighbors find out and they don't like you, okay? Trust me. I have a really nosy person that is very nosy about anything, even if I cut my grass. So I'm very aware of this, and people are very, 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 very serious about looking at what you're doing, okay? So just pretend that you're a fish in a fishbowl and understand that your neighbors are going to be nosy. everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go. You could live in the middle of the forest and your neighbor down 500 miles away is probably still going to be trying to figure out who you are and what you're doing. Not 500 miles, but maybe like, you get the point. So keep that in mind. You have to be willing to understand there's going to be a process if you need any changes to your zoning, as well as an exception, special condition, they're also called. These are basically going in front of the county and or your township and being like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is why I want to do it. This is why I need to do it. This is what's affecting me. This is why I can't do it. These are the plans. This is blah, 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 blah. Your attorney will help you with the formalities of that. But I'm aware of doing it, and yeah, because I have to deal with it in this freaking city limits. So last thing you want under your stress has to do with your zoning. And if you're not familiar with your zoning, you need to become familiar with your zoning, because you don't want daily code violations. You don't. Trust me, I've purchased properties that have had freaking $500,000 worth of code enforcement violations before, and I ended up being able to get them wiped away because I was the new owner and there was a program. But that's not usually the case. That's like 99.9% never the case. I got really lucky, okay? And it was because there was a program literally happening when I purchased the property. Yeah, that was a crazy story for a different time. But so that's really it. That's all I got for you guys. And you might actually be required to maybe go an extra mile and have to put fire safety in. So for an example, I have a community home that I'm trying to end up starting in a residential zoning. Zoning gave me the okay to do it, and it's not really like a community home, but I guess it has many names, so many names. For me, it's a transitional sober living home, and it was in a residential area. We asked zoning said yes, 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 and then the senior planner was like, no. And the fire code guy was like, no. And now we're backtracking, and we're back to where we started at the very beginning. But we have to go through a site plan application, and we have to go through it's just a lot. Okay, we have to go through potentially special exceptions. I'm still waiting on the senior planner to get back to me to see if I have to do that, but that's the type of shit that I have to go and deal with myself. So I'm giving you guys this heads up, this forewarning, because if you're looking for Airbnbs, there's a lot easier solutions where you can do it very easily instead of going through the hardship of buying a property, finding out that property you can't do anything with because of the zoning and the limits that you're within, and like, it's a lot, okay, and it's going to spend a lot of money. Like, I found out that I have to install a $15,000 freaking fire alarm system with the sprinkler, okay, into a residential home, and I have to do that because it's the only way that I'm going to be able to do what I want to do and to be able to provide a safety measure for all of the people within my home. $15,000 that I was not expecting to have to spend, maybe more. Okay, and I'm okay spending that because of what I'm doing and because of the fact that I prioritize my safety and the fact that I'm aware of it. Okay, so just keep what I'm saying in mind and keep your head up if you're confused about anything that has to do with the zoning. Call, text, email Chelsea. She's amazing. She can help you. You can hire her. She can work with you. She can really help with anything. You know, when it goes into zoning changes or conditions, it's not guaranteed, and that's the nerve-wracking part. So this is why I'm saying just go with the zoning option that is there. So yes, we are, oh goodness, you just got to figure it out. Okay, you can do it. I believe in you guys. If you need help, the attorneys are there for you. You can hire them. You can also hire me to work with you. I can help you be pinpointed into the exact location of where you want to be in Brevard County for your Airbnbs, for your short-term rentals, for your vacation rentals. I am literally about to, I have my broker's license test on Monday, the 25th of October, and hopefully I pass it, because then I am good to go. I can manage your guys' properties for you. I'm already doing property management where I have a specific type of legal documents in place. But to avoid all of that hassle and to do it just underneath my brokerage that I'll have open very soon, I should be good to go. Hopefully on Monday if I pass the first time. But regardless, I can still help you find the property, figure out what we're going to be doing, everything. So you know my number, 201-952-4665. Don't hesitate to reach out. Please don't be ignorant either. If you don't know something, you need to ask. This is not the type of jokes that you should be playing with your finances, okay? And if you're unaware of zoning, that's not a good thing. And you need somebody that understands it to a certain extent. Very, very simple to understand. Okay? You guys got this. Don't get overwhelmed. It's a very stressful thing, but don't get overwhelmed. Internal panic commences. Okay. Bye, guys.